Afterburner is one of Sega's original arcade masterpieces that helped cement their company into the ground of the video game industry. Back then, that's what Sega was all about. Space Harrier, Fantasy Zone, Outrun, Power Shift, the list goes on. And Afterburner was one of their most successful franchises. To understand how important Afterburner is to Sega, and to the times in general, Afterburner was always on top of the marketing point when it came to advertising for Sega's arcade lineup. Hell, the cabinet made a couple of cameo appearances in some of your favourite movies. Once Sega went for the home market, Afterburner was an instant port to the Master System, later following an arcade sequel release, again which also got a port to the Mega Drive, and again, a third installation was created for the Mega CD, and if that wasn't enough, after that, the original arcade Afterburner was then picture perfect released on the 32X, and after that, Afterburner 2 was given another picture perfect port to the Sega Saturn. So yeah, it's pretty safe to say, back in the day, Sega loved their Afterburner as just as much as we do. Much like many of Sega's arcade big hits, the Afterburner franchise went quiet. Nothing for years. The Dreamcast came and went, more years followed into the third-party beginnings of Sega's history. But what's that? Over the horizon, it's Afterburner Climax. At that moment, nobody knew what the hell was happening. All pointing and screaming, look at the smooth graphics, that music. Oh god, just look at it. Yes, it's so good. This is what we were all waiting for, a modern Afterburner. It was simply an epic moment for modern Sega, which is something what we Sega fans were desperately needing. So why haven't some of you heard of it? Well, that's because the stupid bastards took it off the online stores. You idiots. Why? The only way you can get this now is if you bought it before it was taken down, and if you just happen to have a friend who owns it. I have a separate hard drive with the game copied about at least 5 times inside it, just in case my PS3 goes kaput. Digital distribution can kiss my ass. Physical markets all the way. So enough of that. So let me just tell you why this used to be a must-buy. Fucking morons. Graphic wise, there's no surprise really. It looks amazing. But this came out in 2006, and a lot of stuff came out that year looking pretty awful, and much to say of the run-of-the-mill standard. But not this game. And I really don't think me explaining why this game is appealing is necessary. You can see for yourself. Gameplay wise, it's pretty easy to follow. You use the directional buttons to steer the jet, and the face buttons to perform different attacks. You can do some stunt tricks to help you avoid incoming attacks just like the past games. To the bottom right is an armor gauge that shows you how many times you can be hit before you are taken down, plus the name of your jet is chosen next to that, and the amount of lives that you have. To the left is the amount of missiles you have left, how fast your jet is travelling, and the Climax meter. Now the Climax meter is awesome. When it fills and you can activate it, everything goes all matrix and you can lock on to multiple enemies at once. And when the Climax meter turns off, all of your rockets go off at once and they all get taken down. It's a bloody amazing thing to witness and an amazing feeling. Think of it as the Deadeye meter from Red Dead Redemption. Same thing but with jets. Also in the center there is a little emblem that indicates a side mission. If you manage to finish enough of these side missions, you unlock a secret route as a little reward. But these are pretty tough, so unless you fancy a challenge, just ignore them. Speaking of which, the game's progression is just like your classic Afterburner. You follow a set path whilst trying to dodge and attack whatever you see. You can take alternative routes, but they don't happen often, and the more you travel the harder it gets. And when you finish, you sign your name on the leaderboard, rinse and repeat. Now that sounds pretty basic, doesn't it? They've had all this time and you didn't think to add anything new. Well, you'd be wrong, because there is an EX option menu, or an extra menu option, whatever, and the more you play, the more options you unlock, and these options can change your experience very drastically. The super frustrating hard mode, or something just for fun and enjoyable. Here's a small list of what you can do. You can unlock a faster Climax regeneration meter, an auto lock-on aim, better guns and nerfed guns, 9 lives per 1 credit, 1 life per 1 credit, infinite credit, and just a bunch of others that I forget to mention. But the point is, this game has plenty of replay value. You've got to unlock all of these special options just to see what you can do and how much it changes things. So it really feels like you're working towards something, not just like some empty wall of meaningless achievements. Gee, I got a picture and a sound. That means I played the game. I feel so fucking special, thanks. Much like the past video I made, an old arcade classic got itself a much needed revival, and it was also done in a great way. I would say it'd be great to see Sega revive some more of their classic franchises, but seeing how it's been 10 years since this game's creation, I have serious doubts that we'll never see anything like this from Sega again. But there is always hope. Sega was going to give their Mega Drive Classic Collection a much needed upgrade, that you will be able to mod classic Sega games. Now that is a step in the right direction. It's things like this that keep me holding on. For the chance to see a new Skies of Arcadia, Streets of Rage 4, and a good revival of the Golden Axe franchise. And so many others really. I want to say, if we keep shouting out for these things, I feel like that someday we'll see it come from that company. We'll eventually get it, but at the same time, I don't want to go on, because there's a lot more showing that it won't than it will, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for watching the video. As always, click the big box to watch another episode. Subscribe if you... oh, forget it. You know, whatever, you see it on the screen, just ignore that. Shoutouts, Mastercats TV, Kit171 and MyGamerXP. Check all of these people out, they're pretty good. Thank you for watching, bye bye.